What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. We're going to analyze Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at the weekly. We're going to take a look at the daily. We're going to take a look at what happened over the weekend, and we're going to take a look at some altcoins. Okay, and so without further ado, let's do this. All right, here we go. I think this video hopefully will be relatively quick. We're looking at Bitcoin on the daily, 58,754. I draw your attention to the weekend. Okay, the weekend Friday was right here. Okay, as you can tell, we finished above this line, and so far these last 3 days, Saturday here we tried to go a little higher. Sunday we gave all that back. All right, there were people positioning themselves leveraged short, positioning themselves short, thinking that the market is going to drop, and so far that has not been the case. Normally when people position themselves short, what do the market makers in the market like to do? Go against them so that they can liquidate and take all that money. So perhaps we are going to keep this area right here of support, 58,164. Remember we have to break through this line. Essentially, we've done it before previous times here and here, and every time that we've broken through here, before really the triangle ends, right? And this ends on the end of August 31st. We break through and we start moving back up, essentially doing inside of this channel, okay? Doing an up and down in this channel, oscillating, okay? So eventually I think we are going to break up. A lot of things indicate that even historically, that around the end of September, sometime in September, the end of September into October, the market is going to start moving up, and I think that is in fact the case, because guys, I'll draw your attention to the dollar. The dollar keeps dropping. All right, obviously it really looks like it has bottomed out. Okay, so I mean topped out, I'm sorry, topped out, and I think we're continuously going to go lower, probably going to hit this line right here at 100. Going below this is actually going below this 100 is where it really wants to be for Bitcoin to start going. Now, I don't know if that happens straight away. It could take a little while. Like I said, the bull run, the parabolic part of the bull run, probably the last 3 months of the year is when it happens, when it will happen, as it has historically happened. I've been watching Twitter, and the people that have been saying left translated cycle. Remember, I'm sure you've seen it. People that thought it was going to be this year, at the end of this year, now are retracting and now are going back to the whole idea of the 4-year cycle, where things start happening at the end of the year, right? And then that's when really we start moving up. I've had this box here forever, right? I've been planning this cycle for a long time, since the previous cycle. Actually, I've been planning this cycle since around here. All right, May, June. Okay, that's when I've been planning for this. And I did well. Obviously, my stuff got, if you watch my channel, my stuff got stolen. But I'm trying to do the best that I can with the little that I got. And I'm also going to do my best, because I've been pretty much right this whole way. I think I'm going to continue to be right this whole way. And I would like to see a lot of people, as many people as possible, sell somewhere here. Maybe even up here, right? This is where my box ends at around 249, 250. Okay, so at some point here, at the end of 2025, or some point in 2025, probably towards the end or middle end, as I think when most people should be selling, because I think this is where we're going to get up here somewhere in this box, right? So coming back down here at 58,700, I think is opportunity. Okay. I know people have been saying this is the top, but this doesn't make sense based on the previous cycles. Okay, a lot of things are telling me that we still have some more upside. Just like people thought the Dow Jones was going to top out when it was doing this, right? That has topped out, and look what it has gone to do. Okay, the Nasdaq. Okay, people thought it was topped out when it did this, and look what it has gone to do. The S&P 500, same thing. Bearish people are always going to have that bearish bias. Of course, bullish people are going to have that bullish bias, and I would probably put myself in that camp. But I also believe that I'm open-minded enough to, when I see data, I'm going to change my line of thinking based on that data, right? If things change, then I'm going to call it that way. I call it a spade a spade, okay? That's just how I am. It's how I've always been, and it's how I will continue to be. All right, and I think it's helped me. It's helped me, generally speaking. Now, Bitcoin dominance. Look, it looks like we might be going sideways. Okay, but we popped out of here. So after this move up, okay, maybe we do go sideways for a little while. Okay, and then we're gonna move back up. The higher we go, the better it is for the altcoins eventually, because once it tops out and it comes back down, that's when the altcoins start moving up. Let's look at others staying steady at 188 billion. I don't know if we come back down and test this line, but if we did test this line, then really just scammers trying to scam me. If we did test this line, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary, and I wouldn't be too distraught about it. I would just consider it an opportunity, and eventually it'll move up. Others is the total market cap of crypto, excluding the top 10. All right, and let's take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly, and a couple of different actually looks at Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin's the Bitstamp chart. Bitcoin. This is the US dollar index of Bitcoin. As you can see, we're heading towards this little triangle too, and interestingly enough, this triangle ends at the end of August too. All right, August 31st, pretty much. That's where it ends, and look how close we are. We're just getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And it's gonna break one way or the other, and my bias still is towards the upside, guys. That's just how I see things. The Coinbase chart of Bitcoin doesn't really give too much info. We're hugging the 60,000. We'd ideally like to be above the 60,000, and eventually, I think we will be above 60,000 sometime towards the end of the year. Easily towards the end of the year. Like I said, I believe between 80 and 100,000 is what we can expect there. All right. Okay. Oh yeah. So let's look at the weekly, because the weekly just closed right on Sunday. Today's Monday. Look at this. Look at these little bodies right next to each other. Tiny bodies, big wicks, but the wicks are getting smaller. Okay. So it could be that Bitcoin is compressing, and it could go on for a little while longer. It could go on for a couple of weeks. It could go on for a little while longer. Right? When is this little triangle in here? That's in January. Okay, so I don't think that this is going to be too relevant, this little part right here. But the longer we go sideways, eventually the bigger that move in one direction or the other is going to be. And again, my bias is towards the upside. So if we can probably put another couple of weeks together here, finish up August near this line, or hopefully ideally above it, then I think we should be good to go. September, maybe we could go a little sideways, or maybe we could grind up, maybe drop a little bit in September and then kind of move up towards the end, because historically September has been bearish. August has also been bearish. What does the month look like for August right now? If we were to close today, what would it be? It would be red. It would be red. But if we see this, right, this is the monthly Bitcoin, green, red, green, red, green, red. So then September, if this continues, then if the trend continues, then it would be a green month in September. Essentially just sideways consolidation, man. Okay, look at all the bodies getting really close. August has historically been a long wick, a longer body than April and June were, right? A bigger body than April and June. But still, we are holding this area. I do not think that we lose it. Okay, it looks like maybe it kind of wants to, but we'll see what September brings. We aren't that far away from September. This year is flying by, guys. It's unbelievable. So let's take a look at some altcoins. All right, take a look at the daily. I'm still trying to get information on Trias. Trias was like my highest conviction play. I don't have any more Trias anymore. I don't have anything anymore. But it was my highest conviction play, and you know, it's dropping $5. So, you know, it's to be somewhat expected, because now that the mainnet is out, you know, now it's all about that mainnet having success, and that can be verified by looking at the numbers. And until that has success, then I could picture Trias maybe going a little lower or going sideways. But if their technology is as good as advertised, then you know it should move up. Okay, it should move up. So far right now, lately, it has been somewhat disappointing. Okay, I would focus again, as I've been mentioning recently, on real world assets like Rio. Although Rio could come back down to this line, I'm not sure if it will. That depends on what the rest of the market does. Credit, all right, real world assets such as those, and I would also focus really big on memes. All right, I know memes are extremely risky, but this is where you can make life-changing money. Mr. Miggles at 3 cents. They were recently at on-chain summer in San Francisco, and Miggles was doing his thing. Apparently Jesse Pollock and some engineers from Coinbase were talking to the Miggles team. Okay, so I mean, just more evidence that these guys are connected, guys. The volume says here 1 million, but it's actually closer to 3 million on a 29 million market cap. Let's take a look really quick. All right, 31 million market cap, 4.6 million volume, guys. That's a lot. That's a lot for a meme coin, small meme coin. And remember, bring to your attention again, they're on Gate, they're on MEXC, they're on BitGet, they're on BingX, LBank, Bitmart. All right, these guys have money, and they are, from what I see, they are connected, and this thing can go. I think this thing is gonna go very, very high. I think this thing could probably go into the billions, okay, into the billions, and maybe even to the high billions, past 4, past 10, past 20. That it honestly would not surprise me. It wouldn't shock me. So keep that in mind, because since memes have been out, memes have always performed. People that are getting into crypto, and there's, as far as I see it, there's going to be a big retail demand eventually towards the end. You know, in the parabolic phase, when people should be selling, that's when retail is going to come in, and they're going to drive the price up of coins like Miggles. Okay, they're not going to look at like stuff that has, you know, great tech and all that, and really tough to understand. They're gonna look at stuff like Miggles. They're gonna look at a cute cat or ugly cat and be like, I like this cat, I like this name, I'm gonna buy this meme because it's already at like $1 billion market cap, and I think it's gonna go higher. All right, and that's what's gonna happen. So I would, and it's on base, man. It's on base. So I mean, I would really look very strongly at Miggles. I would look at very strongly at Miggles. I would take a look at Rio. What else would I look at? I don't know. Gaming has underperformed, but I mean, I've been watching stuff like, for example, look at Soonverse. Okay, this is $1 million market cap. Okay, and recently it seems like it wants to bottom out. Seems like it's starting to want it to move up. This morning it was up at 0.006 cents. It's at 0.0048 right now. I'd be buying this. I would be buying this. It doesn't take a whole lot to get a million. Of these tokens. I think around $5,000 ish. All right, and I know that might be a big ask for a lot of people, but I mean, the closer you get to $1 million, if this thing goes, it doesn't even have to get to $1 billion market cap to get to $1, guys. All right, $1.64. It's at a $500,000 market cap. Okay, 1 billion market cap's at $3.35. Can it get here? Yes, it definitely can. That would be some serious gains. Imagine that. All right, what would the gains be right now from here? 342x, guys. That's damn good. 342x, and I don't think it's impossible. All right, I'm watching this project, and I like it. It's a gaming play, but it's an incubator. Okay, so as my son cries over there, it's an incubator, so it's not focused on one play, on one game. It's focused on various games. Okay, and if they can have success on 1 or 2 games that hit, this thing is gonna fly. Okay, so keep that stuff in mind. Again, with a very low market cap, like a million. What is it right now? Let's take a look really quick. Fully diluted 4.9, but it's not gonna get there. Market cap is at 1.5 million. The circulating supply is 300 million, and you know what? With all the burns, the circulating supply is actually going to be less than 310. I'm sorry, 310 million. It's going to be at 300 million coins in circulation. So it's actually deflationary once you consider all those sales. All right, so keep that in mind. One to definitely look at. Maybe do a little bit you know, it doesn't take a lot to get a couple 100,000 of these things and just kind of hold on and wait. It's already on MEXC. It's on Uniswap. I would buy it on MEXC. And then let's see what happens. I would get into the Telegram and I would talk to these guys. I would get into Discord and I would talk. I would take a look at Twitter, but Twitter, these guys do really well, especially for being such a low market cap coin. I'd take a look at them, okay? And the chart doesn't look bad. It actually looks like a great opportunity, okay? It's been holding. It's essentially going sideways. And if you've seen other projects, you know, they've dropped a lot, okay? They dropped a lot. Like, I loved Synverse, and I think it's at the bottom right here. I love Sin, and I think as fundamentally, this project is strong, but it's just one game. Okay, although the game could be really good and it looks pretty good, and the team seems very much dedicated in what they're trying to do, and you're buying it really at the floor. This big drop is what it is. Okay, because other projects like Creo, I think, is another gaming project that I think is going to do well. Also has had a big drop, but it didn't drop as much as Sin. You know, it didn't go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so I mean, still, this is one I would also look at. See, Creo Engine, you know, but the market caps are slightly higher. Not much. They're still very much low caps, and they could definitely improve your net worth if they do what I think they're gonna do. So things things like this are opportunities. This one moved up a little bit, but then it's given back. See, it's come back down. So that's something to keep an eye on. But soon, for example, compared to those two, it's on the upswing, guys, and not everything, not all these altcoins are on the upswing like that. Okay, so it's something to definitely take a look at, especially for having such a low market cap. All right, we're trying to hit home runs at this point. That's what I would do. All right, so that's that. Let's see what the week brings, but everything is looking all right. Bitcoin doesn't look like it's gonna fall off a cliff. It's just basically going sideways, consolidating, and eventually towards the end of this year, and we're almost there. Okay, it's August. Okay, it's the end of August. Towards the end of the year, I think we're going to do well. The last 3 months, I think between 80 and 100,000 for Bitcoin. All right, so that means the altcoins will also move up. All right, keep that in mind. Guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow that channel, and all that stuff helps. With all that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace.